Hello YouTube. You catch me mid-flow. I almost forgot to start recording for you, but don't worry. I remembered. We're just having a little chit-chat with Cranium Brood in the chat. He's putting himself forward as a combatant to fight a goblin in the pits. However, he's not exactly what you would call spicy in the combat department. He's more of a fish cleaner. Let's take a look at him, shall we? Let's go over to the therapist and take a little peeky poo at Cranium Brood. Brood. Where is he? Let's sort by has nickname. By the way, if anybody wants a nickname, or a dwarf named after them rather, there is now a new command in chat. It costs 250 chat points, which is just over an hour's worth of viewing, and if you type in !namey, N-A-M-E-Y, it should pop you on a list for me to look at later on. It's experimental at the moment. I don't know how well I'm going to remember to look at the list and how quickly it's going to have a turnaround, but we'll try it. We'll see what goes on. It's my first custom channel point command. It's very exciting. Not that the YouTubers need to know. They can't. You just put a comment on the old YouTube video, but be warned, you're well over a month behind. You might want to pop in on a live stream, or even just, actually no, without time travel it really is quite impossible. Don't worry. Don't worry about it. Just be satisfied that you might get one. Maybe I'll put you in the next fort. Who knows? Where's Cranium? There you are, Cranium. Let's take a look at his combat skills and see what he's like. Is he a secret fighter? He's a secret goblin fighter, Cranium. Actually, he's not. He's pretty physically fit. All of his stats are in the black, apart from strength, which is close. It's 47, and 50 is the turnover point. So, on a base level, foundationally, he's not shit. However, in terms of combat, he's very inexperienced. Like, supremely inexperienced, in fact, with no experience whatsoever. So, I mean, if you want it, Cranium Brood, I can send you into combat. It's not impossible, but you may want to think hard about it. Think long and hard. We did throw them in a volcano blowing black. We had a few goblins just going straight down. A couple of them escaped, unfortunately, and ran on a bit of a rampage through the fortress. But there you go. These things happen, don't they? Would be quicker to set up 2 using 5 mechanics. You mean the 5 lever system? Can you have cave-ins in Dwarf Fortress? If so, there was too much distance between the walls. Can you have cave-ins? You can, but I don't know if I've got them activated on my particular game. Let me have a quick look at the launcher. Cave-ins, yes, we have cave-ins. But I think cave-ins in Dwarf Fortress, you only need one pillar supporting an entire level. It's just when things are freestanding that they collapse, isn't it? I'm not sure, though. I'm not sure. Oh, hello. My phone's buzzing. What's all this about? Why? Oh, it's the charging cable being shit. Of course it is. Nobody wants to actually send me a message IRL. Second best. Yes, of course. Cranium's not the best fish cleaner, but he is almost the best fish cleaner. I have returned, says Ocelot. I knew the outcome of the 5v1 as soon as you said you let them have weapons. Yeah. The DFHEC command is strip caged all to remove all the weapons and armour. That's true, but I feel like they're not really going to offer much in the way of a training thing if they don't have some armour. If there's no risk of death, then a fight pit is basically just an elaborate form of execution, right? It's not any kind of test for anybody. I mean, the goblins aren't getting out. They're locked in that cage no matter what, right? And there's only going to be 5 of them, and even if they win against whoever they're fighting, there's still another 10 to 20 waiting on the other side of the gates to charge in and kill them. So I don't feel like it's terrible. And, even if we lose a couple of dwarves, those that survive maybe are hardened somewhat more. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure how it works. Either that, or I put in an effort to get in a strange mood and finally make that adamantine floodgate I was dreaming about. Maybe. I mean, that's relying on something very random indeed. Whereas whether or not you fight goblins is not random. That is something that I can determine. So see how that works. A fun form of execution. Yeah, it is fun, but I really built the fighting pit as a training space, right? Oh yeah, we had a forgotten beast last time, didn't we? And it killed a load of people. That's why I've only got 157 adults, 15 children and one vulnerable baby, who in fact was involved in the combat, and if I remember rightly, we ended up calling them Beastbane. That's right, Les, Beastbane the baby. Beastbane the baby, he fought a forgotten beast, and then he made some bread, because the only thing that rhymes with beast is yeast. Okay, alright then, we're gonna put Cranium in. Oh, do we put him in a combat group to train him up just a little bit first, or do we put him 1v1 against an unarmed gobbo in a bare knuckle match? It's decisions. For now, let's just let the game run on a bit, give it some time, let off some leash so that the dwarves can have a bit of fun, and we'll figure things out as we go. What the hell's going on here? Have I set my military to... Oh, I did set my military to all gather there, didn't I? A, B, C, D, E, F, G. There we go. Cancel orders. Get back to your day-to-day. Oh, that is a correct use of a poop. Thank you very much, Tidy. Much appreciated. Back to the fortress. There we go. Give me a fish cleaner knife. Oh my god. A flensing blade. Do we... is such a thing available in Dwarf Fortress? And even if it is it usable as a combat tool? Hello, Tolus, I'm guessing. Unless it's Putolus, but I'm thinking it's Tolus. It's probably a silent P, right? Something that we've all tried to do in the middle of the night by aiming at the porcelain rather than the water, but sometimes it's more successful than others. Give him my old hammer and see if he can redeem me. A bit of vengeance, you reckon? I mean, he has no hammer skills, so whether or not it's a steel artifact hammer or not is kind of irrelevant. I get the feeling he's going to go into the combat going, I'm going to kill you, Goblin, and the Goblin will just smack the hammer with his open palm and bash it back into his head. I can envision that kind of outcome. I can't really envision a successful one, but we'll see how it goes. I'm not known as an envisioner, so all of my envisioning could be wrong. Certainly, I don't usually undertake envisionment on a grand scale. What is an envision? It's wrong. And that would legitimately be hilarious. I suppose it would be fun. Not so much for Cranium, because Cranium Brood would become literally Cranium Blood as his skull cracked open, and we'd get to see his head cheese, as the vernacular calls brains. The vernacular? Only if you work in an abattoir. Okay, so let's go back down to the fight pit. And first of all, we need to get our gobbo lads, our cages reset, don't we? So, is this here an actual building cage? No, it's not. So, BJ... Ooh, tee-hee. That's an acronym for blowjobs. And then we go there, we pop that one there, we find a goblin cage, bang, a zinc goblin cage. Very snazzy, very stylish. You lucky goblin. Not everybody gets to go in a zinc cage. This one's in a lead cage. He's going to take a while to load into place. There's another J, pop one in there. There we go. Another zinc cage. How have we got so many zinc cages? Oh, that's right, because we had a shitload of zinc and nothing to do with it. That makes sense. There's a copper cage. J, in goes that one, and in goes a ginkgo wood cage. Lovely. Now, I'm also going to place one in the middle here, who is going to be the lad who fights Cranium. And it's going to be this guy here. Sorry, this... wait, that is a guy. This guy here in the copper cage. Bosh. In you go. And we'll make a separate lever to hook that one up to, because this is a special one-off, pay-per-view event, so to speak. So, B, trap component, lever. Oh, it's great when you start learning the shortcuts. We'll pop that lever there, make it with an obsidian mechanism, come back out of that menu, and... Oh! Let's quick save, just to make sure that we keep this item, because I had no fucking clue this was even going on. Ral Eribegul, the Suturer, has created Thickthog's Slam, an adamantine sarcophagus. She claims it as a family heirloom. Oh, nice. I'm going to get buried in this. Very pleasant. Somebody fancy, you know what? Maybe we'll put Curly in it. He tried. Then again, he failed. I mean, I feel like I want to be saving my adamantine coffin for Fuzzy, the legendary lad who could, the lad who could. But then again, I mean, do we reward effort or do we reward natural raw talent? That's the thing we have to decide. Let's take a look at this magic item, and see what it's like. The Drenched Desserts, an adamantine sarcophagus worth 729,000 trade credits. Nowhere near the item. Hang on a minute, have we lost our last item? Oh no, we've still got the Warm Vault. We're fine, don't worry. The 1.6 million trade credit adamantine battle axe. Fwah. Anyway, sorry, let's have a little look at what we've got here. The Drenched Desserts, and it says, this is an adamantine sarcophagus. All craftsdwarf ship is of the highest quality. It is encrusted with tapered baguette-cut phrases, decorated with wild boar bone and encircled with bands of rectangular diorite cabochons. This object menaces with spikes of quartzite. On the item is an image of a turkey hen in adamantine. The turkey hen is falling. The artwork relates to the slaughter of a turkey hen in Cryptbeards in the early winter of 508. On the item is an image of dwarves in fungi wood. The dwarves are travelling. The artwork relates to the foundation of Cryptbeards by the brown avalanche of the waxy channels in the early spring of 500. On the item is an image of a forgotten beast in diorite. On the item is an image of Toulon Lancedoyle, the dwarf, in cedar. Okay, interesting. Why is the turkey hen falling? Is that how we slaughter hens in this fortress? Rather than doing the old or the old chunk, do we just chuck them in a pit and then someone at the bottom, well, I was going to say catches them, but presumably not. Presumably they just let them splat on the floor and then pick them up. Surely that's going to make them difficult to prepare, right? That's going to break all the bones, make them difficult to get the bones out. Although it could naturally spatchcock them, flatten them out, like that. Or maybe the dwarf at the bottom of the pit catches it by the neck and then just lets it drop as like a really elaborate hanging system. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how turkey execution works. Hello, Plutonium. Hello, Plutonium Jesus. Welcome back. Cranium Brood is Danish for skull fracture, by the way. Wow. Talk about nominative determinism, Cranium Brood. Talk about getting what you're called. That's incredible. What a turn-up. If you get your head cracked open, then we all have to stop for a moment and do a full-blown applause. Tolus says, elves are evil, and they must die. I can't disagree with that on any level. That seems a perfectly reasonable statement to make. It's good. You don't become the second best fish cleaner without a bit of brain damage. Okay, Cranium. If that's how it works, I'm happy with it. I'm happy with it. Brood means bride in Swedish, so I was thinking something else entirely. Head bride. Well, that could even mean... Imagine that. Imagine that you come from a culture where just one blowjob and you're married. That'd be worrying, wouldn't it? That'd be terrible, especially if you went there and didn't know. What happens to people who can auto-fellate, though? I think there's a little bit of a legal grey area there, right? You can't marry yourself, can you? Or can you? Maybe you can. Maybe there are countries in which you can marry yourself. I'm unfamiliar with those countries, but perhaps it is such a thing. Let's keep looking down. Plutonium Jesus. It has two meaning. Oh, there we go. Yeah, explaining the name. Any way to check what gobbos you're putting in there to check if they're any OP fuckers? Well, we can look once the cage is in place, and if they're too powerful, we just remove the cage, put it back in the stockpile. Gonna break into the Warm Vault with the Warm Vault. I see. Although the Warm Vault, which one of those could be interpreted? I know one's the axe, but bearded axe wound. It makes sense. I'm disgusted. I'm disgusted with myself. And this is unusual because last session I was talking about rolling in vomit and fucking dogs and I didn't even blink. This time, one vagina reference and I'm a mess. Very odd. Why the fuck is there a man cooking chicken on the coffin? Not cooking, killing. The chicken was being slaughtered and it was an image of a falling chicken which was referencing the slaughter of a chicken. The other things on there were a forgotten beast, the people travelling to Cryptbeards for its foundation, and some random guy called Lancedoyles. Why it's in there, I don't know. Hello, El Nasso. Good morning to you. It's here. It's nearly 3 o'clock in the afternoon, but wherever you are, I'm assuming it's morning. And good morning. We need more beer. Well, beer is a bit difficult to get, Tolus. We have shitloads of dwarven wine. What was that purple text? The stray puppy has been found dead. Oh, it's okay. I don't care about that. There are people that tried to marry a pillow, so probably some will try it. Marry a Pillow. Scott J. Baker, welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining us. Good to see you here. I know him. In fact, either this Friday or next Friday, I don't know which. I didn't bother to check properly. I'm running Call of Cthulhu for him and others. Very exciting stuff. The Compact Trial of Sathagwa. Where is that? I could wave the book at people. No, I can't. It's downstairs somewhere. Never mind. I don't think you need a rib removed. I've done some research. Don't ask why. But it's not necessary. You can do it with a wheelie bin, apparently. Just back yourself into it like that. Bum first, and then whoop, in you go. Practically automatically happens. Arian says, there are people that tried to... Oh, I've already read that one. Waifu body pillows are people too, says Tidy. Oh, boo-hoo. Boo-hoo. It looks like we've got a bit of a weebage going on in chat, but that's okay. That's okay. Fuzzy Logic heard his name. Well, you probably did, because we were talking about the potential for you getting the latest item that's come off the production line. We've had an artifact sarcophagus created, made of adamantine, no less. Oh, very valuable. It'll go very nicely with your full set of adamantine armour and your legendary adamantine battle axe. Oh, nice. Nice. We've even got an adamantine bed, so in theory, you could be in a completely adamantine world. It'll be very nice. It'll be very nice. Cranium Brood would love to play Call of Cthulhu again. Well, you know, if this game goes well, because I'm rusty, probably won't be streaming it unless everyone suddenly decides that's what they want, but it probably won't. I'm hoping to start doing some live streamed Call of Cthulhu games, so who knows, maybe I'll be opening them up to people in chat, and I'll run for people there, who knows. If you're interested in watching people play Call of Cthulhu, there's a pretty good YouTube channel called Into the Darkness, and they've got a massive archive of games they've played. They're all pretty good as well. Good fun. There's a shitload of good Call of Cthulhu games. There's one I listened to ages ago called... their name's an acronym for some kind of historical society. I can't remember the name, but they did a full-blown run of Horror on the Orient Express, which was very good. Very premium. Oh, lovely. So where are we going now? Let's have a look at chat. Sorry, I'll get back into the game in a second. Don't worry. Whose dwarf has been found dead? I think it was just a dog. I think we're all right. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. Hello, Two Cats Yelling. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us again. And hello, Virtual Spaceman. Welcome back once again. Lots of dwarves being found dead. Just prior to this session we're doing now, in the previous session, we had a Forgotten Beast attack. It was made of... What the hell was it? Was it the flying one with the opal body? It had like a body made of opal? I think it was. Or was it a blob of mud? Was it a mud monster with a shell? Whatever. We killed it. It died in the corridor like a dog. Literally like a dog. We've got lots of dead dogs lying around in our fortress. Oops, sorry. The cheesemaker's been found dead, the metalsmith's been found dead, the brewer's been found dead, and the blacksmith's been found dead. That's fine. That's fine. We still have plenty of people. Look, if we go over to Dwarf Therapist, I can show you just how many we have. Sorry for the wobble cam. My mouse is on the ironing board with the camera, so it's making everything wobble every time I use the mouse. See, look, we've got 157 adults, 15 children, and 1 vulnerable baby. Except apparently not so vulnerable, because it was involved in the combat with the Forgotten Beast last time, so even though psychologically that's probably done quite a lot of damage, physically it came out entirely unscathed, so no need to worry about that thing at all. Let's see if those goblins have been placed in the fighting pits yet. Oh, hello. Yes, they have. That's very nice. And the switch has been placed. Good. So, let's get this one connected up. A J. And then we'll hook it up to that cage. Lovely. And we'll do it with these obsidian and quartzite mechanisms. And that'll be nice and quick. And then we'll also get this one hooked up to the other 5. Because why not? Add J for cage. Yep, that one. J for cage. Oh, sorry. Add J for cage. Dump, dump, dump. Add J. Dump, dump, dump. Add J. Dump, dump, dump. Add J. Oh. Oh my God. We've run out of mechanisms. That is unacceptable. Okay, let's go to the mechanism stockpile. Really? Ah, fart knockers. That is a correct use of poop in chat. Thank you, Tidy. Once again, you're on the ball with the poops today. You really are. Let's have a little look and see what's been said. Am I an adult yet, says Tidy. Maybe? We'll have a little look. That's an unusual emote there. The guy doing the worm and dancing. Let me quickly... Sorry, we have to go back to see if Tidy's an adult. Let's sort by has nickname. That's what we've done. Go down to the T's. There's Tidy. Are you an adult? Let's find out. Nope. Still a child, Tidy. Still a child. You are currently 7 years old. Don't know how long it takes for a dwarf to become an adult, but I'm sure you'll get there eventually. Actually, I say that. I'm not that confident you'll get there. It's reasonably sensible to assume you'll die before adulthood, but whatever. No, the Forgotten Beast is not messing with us. It died, Two Cats. Don't worry. 5 more years. Okay. Slightly longer than an American presidential term. For now. Let's get back to that goblin. Oh, no, sorry. Mechanisms. That's what we need. JM, and then we'll say Q, and I would like you to order up some mechanisms. We'll make them out of copper because Lord knows we've got a shitload of copper, and we will order up, say, let's order like 50. It's a fairly large amount, it's a fairly substantial amount, but it should do. And I'm going to increase those to maximum priority. Where are we? That's T for maximum priority. There we go. And hopefully they'll get made nice and quickly. Also, I'm going to do a quick save because we have been plagued with crashes. This, of course, is the reason that we're preparing to assault hell. No other reason other than that the game itself has become slightly hellish. We're going to get there, don't worry. Don't worry, eventually we will get there. Everybody will have steel armour or adamantine if they're that good, and it's going to be lovely. It's going to be wonderful.
Isn't it lovely? Isn't it wonderful?
As they say in that piece of music. Okay, let's go and have a look down at the mines now, just to make sure that we are digging deep and greedily enough. Oh, hello. Look at that, we've perfectly pierced this piece of adamantine. I like it. It's a shame that a lot of this crap is going to be unavailable. I'm sad that we can't get in there and dig that out, but at least we've got what's available. And also, it looks like we've found a hole into hell. If that's not a hole into hell, then we've got a bit more adamantine we can pull out. I keep mispronouncing it adamantine. Remember, it's adamantine. Adamantine. There we go. That fortification has been put in place. That's nice. Go down a floor, not up a floor. See, this doesn't look straightforward to me. What makes me think we do have an entryway into hell here is that there's this perfectly square area below as well. And not really anywhere we could dig into here. What if we go down another floor? You see this area here. If we can make it through that floor down to here, there may be some glorious adamantine available, but I don't know. Oh shit, with all these corpses, we should probably check the graveyard's adequate, shouldn't we? So where is it? Down from here? No, up from there. There's the graveyard. Have we still got empty graves? No, it doesn't look like we have any empty graves. We're going to have to start placing some more sarcophagi? Sure. So, in that case, DD, let's get our miners on it. I'm going to need to do this as a high priority because, frankly, we don't want ghosts knocking around. Ghosts are trouble. Ghosts are problematic little bastards and need to be removed, excuse me, from your fortress at great haste. There we go. That should be a big enough little expansion. Why not? Do we have any memorial slabs to place while we're down here? Let's take a look. How about over here with the rest of the slabs? Boom, boom, boom. X. There we go. We do have a memorial. Look at that. Bosh. In it goes. Let's place it and potentially prevent the occurrence of any hauntings, which would be nice. Look how many bloody corpses we've got in the stockpile. We've got dwarves in the same stockpile as fucking goblins and forgotten beasts. That's not good. That's very humiliating for the dead. Then again, they're dead. Can they feel humiliation? I don't think so. I feel like they're probably a bit indifferent to the whole thing. They're probably sitting there thinking, I'm dead. How could it get worse? Come on. just forget about it. Just don't worry about it. I'm fine. Well, I'm not fine, obviously. I'm as far from fine as you can possibly be. But in the general sort of scale of things, I'm comparatively fine, you know. At least I'm not suffering, eh? You hear old Lord Bath of Longleat has popped his clogs after riding the Rona pony. Poor lad. I mean, he was a bit of a character, wasn't he? He had a bit of a penchant for silky waistcoats and keeping large animals in captivity. Oh, hello. Looks like chat's moved on. What's going on here? Ptolus says, we get to fight clowns. You will, if you get a namey in the fortress, which we'll sort out in a minute for you. Don't worry if you're interested. Yeah, you'll get to fight clowns. For the last 4, maybe 5 sessions, I've been prepping for an assault on the circus. Let's not mince words. Spoilers. If you're worried about spoilers, you're going to have to go. If you're not worried about spoilers, don't worry. It'll be fun. We are going to assault Hell. That is the current main goal of the fortress. The reason it's taking so long is I wanted to draft everybody into squads, get them all at least partially trained, and give everybody a suit of at least steel armour. Now, the training was going very slowly, and the amount of steel we had was not advancing quickly enough. We had a bottleneck in the smelterers that wasn't allowing materials to be duped as I wanted them to be. Yes, I'm cheating. So what? Sue me. It's only a little cheat. It's only a teeny weeny cheat. Anyway, then after we got that sorted out, we realised that putting everybody in steel armour to train means they train very slowly because at first they can barely move. So somebody mentioned that actual combat, was much better at training people than any kind of proper training. So we made a fighting pit. Then I had the bright idea of setting up a special training uniform so people only wore a little bit of armour and could move around nice and freely while they were training, and everybody was walking around training with just a weapon and a helm on, naked otherwise, which was great until the Forgotten Beast turned up and I went, quick, everybody rush the Forgotten Beast, and everybody ran to the Forgotten Beast buck fucking naked, carrying steel weapons, and started getting slaughtered in droves. So that brings us kind of up to where we are today, and we are generally getting into the swing of things with the Goblin Fighting Pit training scenario, but Cranium Brood has specifically requested that he fight a Goblin one-on-one, so, you know, chat seemed amenable to the idea, so why not? Let's do it. Bearing in mind that last time we had a legendary dwarf in full steel armour with an artifact steel warhammer, which is still around, fight 5 goblins, and he got fucked up. He managed to take out a goblin or 2, but there was a lasher with a silver scourge in one of the cages, and boy did he get ruined. It was good though. Nice little fight. Fun times. Happy days. What? Beastbane's dead? Question mark. Hello. Excuse me. Let me just let's just check this. I saw Beastbane is dead at the top. Hang on. Read. Dwarves. Oh. 97 adults, 13 children, and 0 vulnerable. What the fuck? We've had a severe population drop. This isn't good. What have I missed? People are fighting. What are they fighting, though? What are they fighting? Fish dissector, woodcrafter, cook, animal dissector, metalsmith, miner, scribe, glassmaker, leatherworker, blacksmith, blah, 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 blah. They can't be fighting a skunk. The dog child is fighting. Don't worry. Oh, okay, yeah, I was going to stay over in Dwarf Therapist, but let's have a little look. The skunk is fighting. The dog child is fighting. Why? Surely that should be a puppy, not a dog child. Feels like they're talking about it in sort of Christ-like terms. Lo, the dog child comes. Woof, woof, pant, pant, poop on the floor. Let's have a little look down here. Buttermutt Squash is fighting. Dogchild is fighting. Who are they fighting? What the fuck is going on? Okay, let's go to the most recent one and zoom to the location. That should give us an indication of what's going on. Z for zoom. Enter view report. Z for zoom. Oh, for Christ's sake. Where is this happening? Here? Who are they fighting? Why are they fighting? What's going on? Hang on, let's check to see if we've got any anything happening here. Cave blob. A jabberer? What the fuck is a jabberer? Okay, hang on. Whoa. Let's have a look. A huge monster that lurks in the caverns deep under the earth. It uses its wide beak to reach down and pluck up unsuspecting intruders. Her feathers are purple. Her skin is white. Her eyes are yellow. Okay, this could be our culprit. Let's take a little look and see where that jabberer is. If I press Z, it should zoom us to it. No, it is not the jabberer that is doing it. The jabberer is just down in the caves, not a problem. Yet the action is very clearly taking place up here. Question mark. Question mark. Who in the name of fuck is fighting here? Let's go back to the combat reports. Actually, no, let's go to the list and see who we can find here. It's not the jabberer. It's probably not a cave bird, a cave blob, or an elk bird. Goblin crossbowman, caged prisoner. It can't be any of the underworld lads. They can't get out. Can they? There's a named troglodyte. That's unusual. And these are all caged prisoners. Oh shit. Someone with adamantine weapons didn't have a mood, did they? Right, while we're here, let's just have a little catch up with chat and see if somebody noticed something. That's the thing. That's the thing. If somebody's noticed something, that's good. Right, if I go up to where Bergendurf came into chat, bear with me. Bear with me. Looks like semi-molten rock around it. That's Tidy talking about the adamantine spaceship rack. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us. I nearly said congratulations. I mean, I don't know, maybe you have some reason to be congratulated. I'll tell you what, congratulations, save that for when it matters, like maybe you'll have a child in the near future, and then, you can use it as you need it. Just keep it in your back pocket. It'll be good. Hey, haven't been here in a while. How's it going? Well, it was going all right, but it looks like we've almost halved our fortress population. If we go down another 10 to 15 dwarves, it's going to be 50% of our population slaughtered by some unknown thing. You know it's bad when the dwarves are too depressed to even fish. Yeah, they're not happy. El Nasso says there was a post somewhere about a guy that managed to get ghosts in the military and they would spar. Oh, that's interesting. That would be nice if you could get army ghosts. Tolus says so many dead. That's very much a canary in the coal mine statement there. Virtual Spaceman says you're out of copper bars. We can't be out of fucking copper bars. That's ludicrous. The amount of copper we've got. Tidy noticed Beastbane died, which that's what caused the current panic. Haimawang says, hi there. Oh, hi there. How you doing? Thanks for joining us. Welcome back. Back? Yeah, back. I think you've been here before. I do believe the big event is not invading hell, but rather the second best fish cleaner showing his skills. Possibly. If you're still alive, Cranium, after this out of nowhere slaughter, then yeah, we'll get round to it. Don't worry. But for now, it's on the back burner. It's on the back burner. I just wanted to let you know that clowns can do webs. Oh. All of them? Or just some? Just some, I'm not sure. Dwarves are dropping dead all over the place, says Virtual Spaceman, noticing it before I do. In other words, this fort is trying to make everything you do wrong. It is, to be honest. It is trying to fuck with me. It does seem that way. Doctors being too horrified to treat patients is a bad sign. Might want to look into that. It's probably just people being splattered by monsters. Disarm your prisoners, dang it, says El Nasso. I would, but that runs counter to the current usage of prisoners. I want dangerous prisoners for the purpose of training. I'm not particularly fussed about people dying in the training process. My thought is, obviously it may have gone pear-shaped here, but my thought is that those people who die in the training weren't going to be any good anyway, and the people who survive are going to be better for it, right? In terms of combat prowess rather than psychological stability, obviously. But hey, we'll see how it goes. 40 people have died in your talking, says Virtual Spaceman. Oh dear, that's not good. 10 days of Steel Squad training versus 10 seconds of webs. Yeah, it's not going to work out well, it has to be said. We're not expecting to survive the assault on Hell. In fact, it is supposed to be the end of the fortress. It's a suicide run. But the main reason for it is that this particular install of Dwarf Fortress I've got has a really now quite old version of DF Hack, and we're getting a lot of crashes and it's really annoying. So much as the Fortress was a fun one and had a lot of interesting stuff happening in it, it feels like now is the time to start pointing our spaceship towards the sun, so to speak. Just to use a mixed fantasy sci-fi metaphor there. Virtual Spaceman suggested the Forgotten Beast poison. Oh, okay, so they could have been poisoned in the earlier fight and now they're just dying. Does it mean a child that turns into a dog? I'm not sure. Possibly a child with the face of a dog. What, like the thing at the end of the old 70s Body Snatchers movie? The dog with the face of a man. With the face of a man. It's a sock puppet bird, basically. Oh, you mean the Jabberer. Oh, the Jabber is the things that Krug Smash trained, wasn't it? Yeah, I saw that one. Yeah, your Forgotten Beast had some kind of malady toxic blood. For a second there, I thought you were saying Milady. And you don't want to be Milady toxic. That's bad. Are the dead dwarves laying around? Better not. Ariane thinks they're dead. Cranium Brood says this is exactly why the second best fleece cleaner needs to prove his worth so people will calm down from sheer awe. That's true. I think people will be slightly pacified by the spectacle of combat. But for now, let's try and solve this issue. No problem. You keep that. Congratulations for later use, spaceship. Don't you worry. It'll be useful one day. Look how they die. How do I do that, Tolus? Man, imagine simulating a silent disease killing off half the fort. That is annoying. Drop a nuke down the hole. Oh, not a bad idea. Carrying the dead bodies. Yes, Osmosis Jones, I would like to hear a joke. Let's cheer us up in these times of trouble. When my dwarves start dying suddenly, cheer me up in times of trouble. It's not looking good, is it? That corridor is absolutely stuffed with corpses. Although what's interesting is that they're in this corridor at all when this gate is open, because they're not supposed to come up here. Look at the corpses. Okay, I'm assuming that's what you mean instead of corpses. Here we go. Where's a corpse? Vutok Natural Diamonds. Oh, he's still alive. Let's find a corpse. Retracted spikes. Should be... No. Keep clicking. Pick up equipment. Godin problem chambers. Where's a corpse? This one's definitely a corpse, right? Are these people actually dead or what? No, it's selecting him. Why am I not seeing... Ah, here we go. Does anyone see the... Oh, there we go. It's on Gilabash's corpse. Let's have a look. What have we got here? Spatter of dwarf blood, dwarf blood, dwarf blood. Not seeing much there. V for description. This is an Iton Silobulash's corpse. Okay, not excellent. Not excellent. Osmosis Jones, welcome back. Thanks for joining us again. Oh, I've already said that. They, dwarves, are entirely opposed to torture of any sort for any reason, unlike elves, humans, kobolds, and animal people who find certain forms of torture acceptable, and especially goblins who find all torture acceptable. Huh. That's interesting. I didn't even realise torture was a thing in this game, to be honest. But of course it is. It's Dwarf Fortress. Hello, Scubs. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us again. You catch us in a moment where everything's going wrong. Check Vutok's inventory. See if he has Forgotten Beast X on him. Okay. Is this lad Vutok? Where is he? Vutok. That's Godin. Is that Vutok? There's Vutok. Let's have a look at his inventory. Enter. That's not how it works. Okay, calm down, game. Let's have a look at him. There we go. He's currently cleaning. For a second there, I thought that was actually his state. He was actually clean, but apparently not. Let's have a look. He's got trousers, dress, coat, leather cap, left glove, right glove, silk socks, silk cloak, right shoe, and Ibmatatast on his left foot. What the fuck is Ibmatatast? It's got some blood on it. It's a shoe. This is a hemp shoe. It is made from hemp cloth. This object menaces with spikes of kimberlite. Okay, Spark Brave the hemp shoe. Interesting. He's only got the one. Only got the one, not two. Select a corpse in DF console. You can type death cause if you want to cheat. Ah, okay, let's do that. We've gone way past the cheating Rubicon here. I wouldn't worry too much about it. Where's his corpse? There's his corpse. Nice. And then I type in death cause. DATHDEATHCAUSE. Iton Silobilash died in the year S15. Cause spike. I didn't disable the fucking command to have the spike traps working. Oh, fuck. Surely. Oh! Oh! Ah! If I'd just read the combat reports in more detail, it would have been obvious. Fuck. 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 Blood for the blood god indeed, Ocelot. Even though you said blood for the blood odd, which is slightly not correct, but we'll let it pass. We'll let it slide. Oh, God. We did spike them all, shades. That is correct. On the bright side, it does indicate that our traps are very good quality. Very, very high quality. And owing to the high number of copper spikes, which have natural antibacterial properties, maybe disease won't spread like wildfire through the fortress. Fingers crossed, but at least we've solved the problem. At least we've solved the problem, right? Quite right, Scubs. Quite spikes. Quite spikes. Quite right. Oh, that is very bad. These spikes are great papage indeed. Uru's rune. You are correct. The sad trombone is appropriate here. Oh my god. The thing is, I deactivated the spike trap at the end of last session. I'm almost 100% certain of it. I remember doing it, so... Fuck. Osmosis Jones says, also, a suggestion for a game to play on stream. 2 Point Hospital. It's basically Theme Hospital 2. It could be fun, possibly worth for a Was stream. That's true, he would probably like that. It's, to be honest though, after old Curly dropped that dono last stream, I haven't told Warren yet. But we've actually got enough money to buy Satisfactory, and I'm tempted because I'm keen on the game. It seems like a good game, but also it's got a Steam release coming soon, so I kind of want to see what the price is like on Steam, even though it's only like what, 23 quid on Epic Game Store. So I might be going for Satisfactory for the next Was stream, but we'll see how it works out. 2 Point Hospital has been a tempting one though. I do think that sounds like an interesting game. Let's have a little look. Virtual Spaceman says tragic and effective, and Uruzrun says very good quality. They are high quality traps, and I've proved it. This bad boy, slaps roof of spike, has gone through my hand. Ow! Seems like everything went bad when I wasn't watching. Yes, can of soda. You're like a reverse Gorgon. Everything turns to shit. Well, Gorgons don't turn things into shit when they stare at them. But imagine how much worse everything would be if old Medusa had looked at someone and they just turned into a massive pile of poop. I mean, for a start, there'll be a lot fewer people in her cave, right? No one's going to go into that cave. They're going to walk past it and go, "Is that shit I can smell? Ugh, disgusting." No one ever walked past the cave and went, "Is that stone I can smell?" Did they? Or did they? Maybe not. Maybe, does brimstone count as actual stone? Because then they could potentially smell it, right? Very eggy. Very eggy. Right, where are we going? I still want to see you do an oxygen not included run. And Fuzzy Logic is keen for Satisfactory. You and me both, Fuzzy. I have done Oxygen Not Included, and I probably will do it again in the future. So your dreams may become memes? ? There's a rather lovely children's story about a homeless girl who meets a fairy and gets given a ring that turns anything into poop. Oh, that's nice. I thought you were going to go somewhere else with that. I thought you were going to start telling me about the little matchstick girl or something, but no, this is is this a modern fairy tale, or are we talking like a classic fairy tale? Is this like a Hans Christian Andersen Brothers Grimm era fairy tale? Ja, und one day she got the pooper ring, the Scheißenring. Is ring... Oh, imagine redoing the Ring cycle by Wagner, but it's actually about a ring that turns everything into poo. Amazing. My daughter's got a book which has the story of King Midas in it. I don't know if anyone knows the Biff, Chip and Kipper series of books that is primarily aimed at younger children to help them learn to read. But one of the books is about King Midas and how everything he touches turns into gold. And I was sitting there thinking, surely he'd starve to death in pretty short order, right? Unless somehow, he manages to change his digestive system in order to be able to digest gold. That's not going to work out at all. Not going to work out at all. Also, I mean, back in those days, people had slaves, right? Why wouldn't you wish for a slave that everything they touched turned into gold, and then you get a big pole, poke them into a river or something? Bosh, done. They'll drown, sure, but they'll become less dangerous at that point. Then again, maybe the contagion would spread. Maybe you'd end up with a completely solid gold kingdom. I don't know. I feel like the mechanics for the Midas thing are a little bit wonky. I don't feel like they would actually hold up to any kind of real scrutiny. Anyway, Modern by an Italian author. Oh, interesting. Curly Fries heard their name. What happened? I was mentioning you in the context of the dono you dropped the other day and how it has pushed me over the threshold for being able to afford a particular game that somebody downstairs might get overexcited about hearing I could afford. So let's keep that on the down low for now. Let's keep it there. Ring is also Ring if you wanted to ask that in German. Der Puppenring. Let's have a little look. You need to play Factorio. I've got Factorio, Tolus, and have done so in the past. I should probably give it another crack. How are the viewing figures on Twitch for Factorio? Are they comparable to Dwarf Fortress, or I don't know? Let's have a look. Who knows? Maybe it will do well. The pronunciation is also quite similar. Phone's going crazy again. He had people feeding him, obviously. Well, that's the thing, though. Once it's anything he touches. So as soon as the food touches his lips or his tongue, bosh, gold. It's a very, very bad. It's almost Wishmaster level bad wishing, I have to say. I mean, obviously, the very first wish you must make in any 3 wishes scenario must revolve around having an ironclad legal documentation of what is and is not constituted about interpreting wishes, right? My first wish is that you will never maliciously misinterpret or unknowingly badly misinterpret my wishes. Yeah, that's a good first wish. That's a very good first wish. Anyway, where were we? Okay, you're way too clever. The gods would have zapped you straight up. Maybe. I'd probably get zapped pretty badly. I don't think gods would be very keen. Any god meeting me is going to be like, so, bit of a non-believer, eh? Bit of a doubting Thomas, are we? Well, check it out. I'm real. Fuck you. And then I'd be like, you didn't exactly make it fucking obvious, did you? Made it pretty difficult to accept the fact that you might even exist, didn't you? In fact, you gave quite a lot of evidence to the contrary. In fact, what the fuck were you doing, you idiot? You're a bad god. You're a rubbish god. You're not even a god. You're a fucking demon. Go back to hell, which I now presume exists, you monster. Fuck you. He says as he's blasted into oblivion for eternity. Anyway, where were we? What if he wears gloves? That's the thing, it's touching, so it's his mouth. Even if he touches the golden gloves, fine, that's fine. But he can manipulate stuff, maybe touch people with his golden gloves, but he can't eat. Can't eat or drink, everything will turn to gold. If you drink, imagine that, solid gold, the liquid just plugs up your throat. Very bad, very bad. No, it's got to be, that's, otherwise it's not a bad power. Otherwise, it's a fantastic power. Just wear gloves. Bosh, problem solved. Where's the parable there? Where's the moral tale? Where's the sort of thing to teach people to shy away from greed. It's not there anymore. It's not there. Or, I don't know, infinite wishes. I don't know. I feel like if that's possible, it's okay. Yeah, I mean, go for infinite wishes. But I feel like, I mean, that can come anywhere in the sequence. I feel like first you want to protect yourself from malicious wish interpretation and, you know, poor communication. You know, I feel like you have to be very specific when making wishes, mainly because, you know, a lot of the things you could potentially wish for could be physics breaking. And if you break physics, you can potentially break the potential for humanity to exist. You know? If you change some of the core constant numbers in physics, things get fucking awful for people. You know, suddenly the universe becomes nothing but roiling plasma. And you don't want that. Nobody wants to be converted into roiling plasma. I mean, I certainly don't. Maybe some people do. This is the day of the internet. Somebody does. There's somebody on Pornhub typing in, "Oh, convert me into roiling plasma. Remove the ions. Strip them from my atoms. Oh, baby, come on, yes." But, you know, I imagine they're few and far between. There can't be many of those people. There can't be. Certainly, they're not going to last very long if they actually get their way. Anyway, where were we? Let's keep looking at chat. We'll sort this. We'll get back into the fortress in a minute. In fact, let's do a little unpause, because obviously, now that we've solved the problem, it's not so much of an issue that the thing runs in the background. What confuses me, says Cranium Brood, being able to say fuck you to a god is the real power, says Virtual Spaceman. Before that, is it power though? I mean, it's resistance. It's, you know, feels good, but is it power? I don't know. I mean, if the god's trying to stop you from saying fuck you, then maybe it's not even possible. What confuses me... Oh god, I've clicked the middle mouse button and now the chat is scrolling uncontrollably. There we go. What about the normal daily skin loss? Is there a constant cloud of gold around him, and does he get heavy metal poisoning? That's true. Gold's pretty inert, isn't it? So I don't think you can get poisoned by gold. I think gold is one of those metals you can consume without any poisoning. I mean, obviously, if your intestines are stuffed full of gold, it's not going to be fantastic. You're going to be weighed down pretty heavily, and you're going to get bunged up pretty quickly. But I don't think it's going to poison you, because you've got that Goldschlager drink that's full of gold. That's there. Let me interject another book citation then, says Spaceship Rat. The only atheist on the Discworld is a golem, as being made of ceramic makes you the only one immune from being zapped by an offended deity. I was aware of that character from the Moist von Lipwig series, I believe, but I forgot he was an atheist. That's true. But it seems like in a world where gods are patently real and manifest, it seems difficult to be an atheist, doesn't it? Very difficult. I feel like I'd probably change my tune pretty quickly. Mind you, I'm a fairly suspicious kind of guy. If gods turned up and went, "Hey, I'm a god," I'd be like, "Are you really a god?" Because I've definitely seen horror film scenarios start this way, and they turned out not to be gods. They turned out just to be dicks. Not penises. That would be crazy. I like this quote from Marcus Aurelius, Roman Emperor. "Live a good life. If there are gods and they are just, then they will not care how devout you have been, but will welcome you based on the virtues you have lived by. If there are gods, but unjust, then you should not want to worship them. If there are no gods, then you will be gone, but will have lived a noble life that will live on in the memories of your loved ones." That's a good way of looking at it. It's a very good way of looking at it. Cranium Brute says, "First wish, Phi is now 3. Phi? Oh, I see. The constant numbers. That's what I was talking about. Yes, I get it. Phi is now 6. Is it pronounced... Oh, pi. Pi, okay. People talking about pi. I still think it's worse if it was only his hands and he still unthinkingly touched his daughter, because as you say, he would starve shortly after. If he had to live with it for the rest of a long life, it would be a worse consequence." Yes, but I don't... Yes, it's horrible if you've turned your daughter into solid gold, and you'll have a permanent sort of reminder in the gold statue of that. But I still feel like it's worse if he spends his last days starving to death, weeping over the death of his daughter. Wow, it's getting dark, isn't it? It's getting dark. dark as fuck. Somebody get that Triforce of Trouble out. We need to see that. We need a reminder of where we're going here. Planck length is doubled. Oh my goodness. Due to the expansion of the universe, is the Planck length expanding constantly anyway, or is the Planck length fixed and the expansion of the universe going on with actual dimensions remaining static? If you understand what I'm saying there. Gold poisoning is a thing, says Osmosis Jones. Heavens above. I had no idea. Sparkly poo though, so maybe worth it. That's true. Drink enough Goldschlager and you'll have a very sparkly dump. I think if a god wants you gone, they will have many ways to have you gone. I would guess so, Ariane. A proper god. Then again, it depends on how you define God, isn't it? If you define a god as an all-powerful creator deity, as defined by Christianity and the Abrahamic faiths, then yeah, sure. But if a god is just a creature that has a power over natural phenomena as part of its portfolio, say, I don't know, Thor, Ra, those kind of like elemental force gods, they don't have an overall sort of control of the universe, do they? In fact, in many of those pantheons and in those religious traditions, they're as much at the whim of certain natural forces as other creatures, aren't they? They're just much more powerful than humans. Oh dear, theology. Why have we gone on this little weird theological rabbit hole? Madness. God is real. Case in point, Ronnie James Dio. Checkmate atheists. Oh my goodness. The tiny metalman. My goodness. I'm not familiar with the works of Ronnie James Dio, I'm afraid. I've seen his album covers back in the day in HMV, but I've never actually heard the man sing. Imagine just how much toilet paper you can buy from a daughter of gold. Oof, that's true. You could probably buy all the toilet paper in the world. My daughter's, 5 years old? I mean, if she was made of solid gold, that would be... that would fuck the economy up. That would be such an enormous amount of money. It'd be ridiculous. Spaceship Rat says, I'll go and ask my dad if you want. He's a physicist. Oh, well, if we can get an expert opinion, that makes sense. There's only one god, Azathoth. The rest are just figments of his mad dreams. I was going to say mind dreams. That's a tautology. But yes, mad dreams. Good old Azathoth. But I say good old Azathoth. Absolutely fundamentally neutral old Azathoth rather than good. Anyway, I'm going to have to look away. Honk indeed, Tolus. I'm going to look away from chat for a bit. You guys can talk amongst yourselves. I'm not going to look back for a bit. I have to actually make some stuff happen in the game. Primarily, the creation... of a large enough graveyard to deal with my horrendous mistakes. So, it hasn't been dug out yet. We do have to wait a while, but I feel like I should probably just get some graves in as soon as possible. It's N for burial receptacle, isn't it? And we can place planning mode on. Now, I'm going to set the max quality lower so that we don't end up accidentally placing that adamantine one. Is that right? Oh, fuck. Mumsy. Okay, masterful and then ordinary. Okay, that's the spectrum on which we are placing graves. And I'm going to do it like that. There we go. And then if we just do a nice row here, we can finish it off later on down the line. There we go, like this. Lovely. We don't want to accidentally place our adamantine coffin. Not there. Oh, fart knockers. Never mind. Never mind, we can remove the order. We can remove the order. Below that order number 1. Click, click, click. Mouse not working. Click, there we go. It's not suspended, it's cancelled. That's it, good. Excellent, let's get these graves in place and hopefully get some of these corpses stashed away in a manner that won't promote hauntings and other such unpleasant activities on behalf of the dead. On the part of the dead. Isn't that just TES law? TES? What's TES? I'm unfamiliar with the initialism. Heresy! It is Lovecraft! Well, okay, I knew that, but I need to know what TES is now. I have a hunch the Planck length wouldn't change because it's a mathematical constant. In order for the length to change, then the laws of physics would, as we know them, would, as we know them, wouldn't make sense. I suppose that's probably right. The universe is expanding, and but the actual dimensions of it, the we know. Let's drop that. My head's exploding. Let's be careful. We don't want to make it go bang. We don't want a full-blown what's that film? Scanners moment, do we? We don't want a Scanners head pop, even though that is the best head pop. Tolus redeemed a namey. You know what? We've probably lost a lot of namies, so let's let this graveyard get dug out. Let's do a... I'm not going to save. I'm going to risk it. Let's go over to Dwarf Therapist. Let's see how many nicknamies have survived. Now, we had 30-something. Oh, God, we lost 2 more dwarves before I figured out what was going on. Let's just quickly check that has been... Cool. They've stopped flicking the switch. That's excellent. No more corpses are building up. If we go to the graveyard here, we'll watch that in the background. Good. Okay, so we've got 25 nicknames remaining. Those who have survived are Orchimedes, Beardster, Bergendurf, Katzan, Dragonfire, Eluf, Heater, Fuzzy Logic Zero, Fwifo of Spath, Guy Incognito, JC Experience, Claycree, Corlinger, Cranium Brood, Mind, Mr. Bazooka, NATO Christium, Ocelot, Authority, Rando 303, Salford Sal, Sanctum Spiritstone, me, Tidy, 2 Cats Yelling, Wirus. Anybody else not on that list now requires a dwarf. I need to look up the thing for the list for people who've typed in Namey. This is the first time we've used this, by the way, everybody. I hope you're excited. I hope you're happy to be part of history. It's good, isn't it? It's lovely. Ooh, lovely history. So I need to go to Stream Manager. I need to go to Community, Channel Points. Yes, question mark. Manage rewards. And then I need to review requests queue. Here we go. Oh, it's working. And that means that we've got Tolus, Pablo Rasta, Arian, and Curly Fries all sitting in the queue. Right, bear with me while I take care of these 4 first. Of course, if you're wanting to be on that list, feel free to add yourself now, because now is the time, because I'm putting people in. Of course, you can still request in chat. However, there's a chance that I'll miss it, so be careful. I am going to choose dwarves at random for now, just because, I'm feeling random. So I'm going to close my eyes, give my mouse wheel a little roll. Oh, yes. Oh, mouse wheel. Oh, click. Who have we got here? Sodel. Sodel becomes Tolus. P-T-O-L-U-S. I am pronouncing that right, aren't I? Commit. You're in. The next one will be Pablo Rasta. I'm going to just copy-paste that one. Here we go. A little bit of little mouse wheel caressing. Ooh. Oh, mouse wheel. Oh, click. There we go. And Feb. Oh, hang on a minute. What's this red mean? Very unhappy. You know what? I'm going to go with Fath, just above. Just so you're not a miserable bastard. There we go. It wouldn't do to have you die of misery just that quickly, would it? And then Arian needs to be replaced. Let's just make sure that's the case. B, C, D, E. Yep, you definitely do. Here we go. Randomness. Lovely randomness. Click. There we go. And you're looking happy enough. Metalcrafter. Why not? Set nickname, paste, and you're in, Arian. You're in. As in, you are in, not a mispronunciation of urine. Curly Fries is next. Can't triple click for the highlight, because that will also highlight the emote and subscriber marker things at the top of the name. That's no good. Close eyes. Oh, yeah, come on. I'll pick a random one. Oh, yeah, there we go. There's a random one. They're relatively happy. They are a glassmaker. Oh, Curly Fries. Set nickname and paste. There we go. Everybody is in. So that's markers complete, markers complete, markers complete, mark as complete. Encourage your viewers to redeem points for special rewards you give them on your streams. Oh, thank you, Twitch. It's not like you've been hammering that pretty hard for a while, is it? How would I possibly have known if you hadn't told me after I'd done it? Anyway, let's just minimise that window so we can reopen it later on, and then we'll get back to it. Let's have a little look. Going further down. The Elder Scrolls. Ah, okay. Okay, I get you. I get you what TES is. That makes sense. Oh, hello there. Oh, thank you, Curly Fries. Much appreciated. 500. Fucking hell. Dwarf knows that how many you've gone through already. Fucking hell. My goodness. My goodness. You want to slow down. Don't be dropping bits for every dwarf that dies, or you'll bankrupt yourself. Be careful. Keep some money for yourself. But you know, it's nice that you're giving some to me. I'm very happy about that. Let's not play that down. Right. Let's keep going down the chat. Ariane would take a miner. Oh, I can activate mining on Ariane. Where is it? Ariane. There we go. Bosh, we've activated the mining skill. Commit. You are a miner, but you're starting from scratch, and you will probably end up in the mining squad, so we'll see what happens. Oh, Scubs has also done a namey. Huh, it didn't... Oh, they're channel redeeming things, but don't worry, Scubs, I'll put you in anyway. Don't worry, don't worry. We're not playing too... we're playing fast and loose with the old channel points at the moment. It's not important. Scubs, there we go. If there were more people in chat and I needed to use it as a method to keep track of who had requested and couldn't look at chat, then yes, we'd take it more seriously, but it's all fine for now. Pablo Ruster says it won't let me redeem my points. I have 300, but it says I don't have enough. It went through. It went through. Oh, and there you are, recognising that fact. I think I am now a named dwarf for all of the Dwarf Fortress Twitch streamers. Now there should be achieved for that. There should be some kind of badge in Twitch for that. That's pretty impressive, because there's actually more than you would think. I mean, there's never more than like 10 streaming at any one time, but if you look at the actual numbers of people playing Dwarf Fortress, it's actually quite a few. It's actually quite a few. By the way, if any of you are streamers, Dwarf Fortress is an excellent category for growth. Just to let you know. Just to let you know. I literally doubled, then doubled again my viewership just by playing Dwarf Fortress. So, you know, your mileage may vary, but I'm expecting it will do you good. It'll do you good. Spaceship Rat is back. Apparently, there's no constants which should change with the expansion of the universe, plank or otherwise. Well, thank your father for that very much. Now we have a confirmation. It's very good. Very good. Oh, and there we go. Past the Curly Fries dono there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My goodness. 500 bits. That's $5. Madness. Pablo Resta says, yay, a new Lazy Noob pack just dropped for the new version. Oh yeah, that's good. So my next fortress will hopefully be significantly more stable than this one. That would be nice. That would be nice. How did they all die? Oh, Curly, I forgot to turn off the spike traps in the corridor. And everybody got jabbed to bits. Well, I say everybody. Like 40-odd dwarves got spiked as they attempted to carry corpses to the graveyard. What gets me, though, right? Let's just head back over to the fortress. What gets me, right, is this gate was open. And they're not supposed... This is supposed to be a restricted pathing zone. Look. Yeah, look, it's restricted. Why would anybody... Oh, they were probably getting loot items and stuff from... Oh, it does make sense. It does make sense. By the way, to be honest, my name Scubs comes from a dwarf priest I made in Vanilla WoW in 2005. I feel like I've come full circle. Amazing. Or maybe we should send you up to be a priest in one of our temples. It's not like we don't have religious opportunities in the fortress. I don't think we've got anybody assigned to the generic All Gods Temple. Obviously, this is for the volcano god, because, you know, we're on a volcano. It only makes sense to give them the biggest temple, right? But maybe we'll assign you some religious import. Although that's not primary on our mind at the moment. We are still sort of attempting to get this whole training for the Assault on Hell thing going on. Even though, I mean, realistically, this entire stream has just been me jabbering on like a madman and trying to figure out why all my dwarves are dead. Oh, hang on a minute. Have they built some more... Maybe they've built some more mechanisms in the meantime. Shall we check? Shall we check? Let's do it. So, link to a cage. Link to that cage. Oh, fuck you. Fuck you. Yes, that's what I mean. That's what I say. Okay. Been doing that too. I'm trying to be in all of the games. Also RimWorld. My goodness. RimWorld as well. There's a shitload more people playing RimWorld than there are Dwarf Fortress, mate. You're going to have a hard time being a person in everybody's RimWorld game. Certainly contiguously. Contiguously? Concurrently. That's what we want. Concurrently. Because, like, the death rates are pretty high. Very comparable to Dwarf Fortress. Very comparable. 100 is like $2.20 for me. So I can officially say you killed me. I did kill your dwarf. Not on purpose, but through negligence and neglect. Ah, dear. That's true, but remember, the one that died in the combat arena, very much so, is your fault. You asked for that. You were begging for the opportunity to fling yourself on the spike. Not literally, spike, on the goblins. But, at least I didn't do it on purpose, eh? I mean, it could have been worse. Could have been worse. Far Q. No, not Far Q. Fur Q, as in a fur-covered letter Q. I'm a goose in 2 RimWorld games. My goodness, Tolus. The opportunities for being characters in RimWorld are clearly more diverse than they are in Dwarf Fortress. Can you name animals? Oh, you can't you, in Dwarf Fortress? So if anyone wants an animal named after them, that's a thing. But be warned, I won't think twice about skinning you and using you to unbottleneck a mood. Don't worry about that. It will happen. Honk honk indeed. You could have looked at the weapons they had, to be fair. I could have. But, that's not how it rolls in this fortress. You've got to be ready for slapdash fuckwittery. And, there's a lot of it going around these days. A lot of it. I'm not the only slapdash fuckwit out there, right? That's actually a pretty good name for a character. My name is Slapdash Fuckwit. Is it more sci-fi or fantasy? I don't know. I feel like it's more sci-fi. Sounds like a captain. Sounds like a captain of a ship, just because of the syllable dash. Is that a syllable? The phoneme? Element. The part of the name that says dash. That's what I mean. Anyway, let's get more coffins in. I'm not looking at chat for a bit. I've got to get some actual Dwarf Fortress done. Otherwise, this is just a fucking sham. A sham stream for a sham streamer. Build coffin. Here we go. I'm going back into... Oh, we're already in planning mode. No need to panic. Here we go. Once these first couple of rows are in, we'll activate them all. Because if we semi-activate a row and don't know where we stopped, it's going to be a right pain in the poo. Here we go. Hopefully these will all get placed in the order I made the orders. That should be enough to cope with the current deaths, right? Why am I so fucking gassy? I've only eaten a ham sandwich today. I've had 2 cups of coffee as well. Speaking of which, I am a thirsty boy. What time is it? 5 to 4. I've probably only got about an hour of streaming left, so maybe it's not prime time to go and fuck off to get a hot drink. Maybe I should just suck it up. Not the coffee, obviously. That's run out. By the way, if any of you... I don't know how many people are watching, but if any of you happen to be in the Tacoma area of Washington State, United States of America, don't visit Tacoma Games right now, but do once all this viral nonsense has concluded. They sell tabletop role-playing games, collectible card games, board games, polyhedral dice, miniatures, etc., etc. If that sounds like your kind of thing, go over there, spend some money, tell them I sent you, and they'll know that this mug was a worthwhile investment. It'd be good, wouldn't it? You won't get a discount. Well, no, you won't get a discount. It's very unlikely you'll get a discount. Especially after all this madness, right? I mean, my God. It must be difficult running a shop that no one can go into. That's right, Tidy. That's right, Bergendorf. You know what it's all about. On the plus side, anyone who survived the spikes probably has great armor use now. True. Then again, I don't think, looking at the number of dead, I don't think anybody did. I feel like everybody who went through that corridor, they're done. They're done. Perforated poo pipe, no doubt. Unless they were crawling on their belly, in which case any part of their body could be perforated. Also, the spikes could be super long. It could have been the entire body perforated. Who knows? Let's take a look, actually. Let's go over to Dwarf Therapist. Take a little look at our squads again. Let's have a little look at our squads. Squaddy. Who's alive and who's not? The Oily Boys have 6. The Carnal Gates have 5. The Mountainous Routes have 8. Fuzzy Logic's alone in the Light Volcanoes, as he should be for now. The Cuts of Working, oh my god, they've taken an enormous series of losses, and one of them is currently in a right tiz. Right, they're going to need to be... I think we might need to start exiling Moody Dwarves, or if someone wants to drop the cheat in DF Hack to cheer everybody up, maybe we could just, we can RP it as the dwarves all being handed out special happy pills in order to stop them from losing their minds before the attack on hell. And 7 in the Rough Hollows. Oh, and 6 in the Brass Incineration. So we really do need to top off our dwarves pretty rapidly. Let's do that. I'm going to go down to the bottom here. Tee bottom. And I'm going to just start adding people. That's not... Don't set nicknames, scoundrel. Come on. Assign to squad. Right, we're just going to go from the bottom of the list all the way through. It doesn't matter who they are. We're not even going to bother looking at whether anyone's in a protected profession anymore. It's all about getting everybody ineligible. Oh, okay, children are ineligible for the military. Fine. If we're going to be all bloody Geneva Convention about it, then sure, no children in the military. But frankly, I've... definitely thought about the idea of... Oh, hello. Look at you. A level 12 weaponsmith. Ooh, do we... Yeah, you're going in. You're going in. It doesn't matter. I'm not doing the protected trades anymore. Everybody's going in. Oh, we're not putting any nobles in, though. Manager. We already have enough problems with our managers losing their marbles as it is, without them also being PTSD-riddled veterans. That's not the ideal scenario. Assigned to squad. There we go. Tidy. Oh, you're a baby. You're still a child. Saved by your youth. There we go. Assigned to the squad. The Cuts of Working. Holy shit, they need so many people in the Cuts of Working. There we go. Sibrek assigned to squad. The Cuts of Working. Another Sibrek. 2 Sibreks immediately next to each other in the Cuts of Working. Scubs. Ooh, you're a farmer. You know what? I don't think that matters. We're now making plowshares to swords. I used to fucking hate swords to plowshares. The old magic card. Always used to be like just the worst card someone would play against me. I haven't played Magic in fucking nigh on 20 years. Holy shit. Oh, so old. Assigned to squad. I'm not that old. Don't worry, I'm fine. Mountainous Routes. Rovod's also going in the Mountainous Routes. There we go. They're now full. Risen. You're going in the Carnal Gates. Gates. That never gets old. Oh, hang on. Shit, I haven't been putting miners in, have I? Ah, bugger. Okay, I'm going to skip the miners. The miners are going into a special combat squad because they have superb skills with a pick. There we go, Carnal Gates. This lad here, Raoul, you're going into the Carnal Gates. Ah, Tolus. Look at that. Just after you're named, straight into a military squad. Heavens above. And Pablo Rasta too. Oh dear. Poor old Pablo Rasta. Your mortality chances have just increased exponentially, possibly logarithmically. I don't really know the difference. I know it's a curvy line, I just don't know how curvy. There we go. All of our squads now should have 10 dwarves in. 10, 10, 10, 10, excluding the elite lads. Let's quickly go over to the military and see how the armour use is going. Is it good? No, it's diabolically bad. Oh, hello. The Rough Hollows have got a few people who aren't too bad. Even Fuzzy's not that great. He's only got 2 levels of armour use, and he's rusty with it. That's not great. That's not great at all. Ah, dear, oh dear, oh dear. We've got to get those armour use levels up. Got to get them right up. If people are in full steel plate, would a wooden spike danger room still work? No, the ham sandwich was regular sliced ham, not steamed hams, Osmosis Jones. I do love shilling Tacoma games, Scubs. And you know why? Because it makes me feel like a big boy, like a proper streamer. Like I've actually got some kind of, commercial clout. It's good. It's good. Doesn't have to be, though. Doesn't have to be. I don't have to be some pro streamer. I'm quite happy to be an amateur streamer. It's good. It's fun. That's why we do it, right? That's why we do it. Because frankly, if I was doing this for a fucking living, I'd be doomed. Fucking doomed. Rock slabs, quartzite blocks, armor stands, weapon racks. It looks like I don't have... Oh no, look, the coffin orders are in. Coffin orders are in. And you know what? I'm going to add coffins. What? Coffins are P? Since when have coffins been P? They were always N, weren't they? Sorry. Oh, whoa, DF Hack's gone nuts. What's all this about, DF Hack? Huh? Oh, okay, it's fine. It was just a glitch, just a moment. Right, add P, which is weirdly now coffins. Yep, there we go, that's good. And then we'll do it on the last Mason's Workshop as well. Add P, Alt W, yep. Good. Now we should have 4 Mason's Workshops working towards keeping everything ticking over in the coffin department. That'll be good, wouldn't it? Speaking of coffin, excuse me, pardon me. Magic the Gathering Online is good, free on Epic, and you don't have to mess about with the shitty Magic the Gathering updater. Ah, interesting. Tidy says, "Sign me up." Is that for the danger room? Take me to the danger room. Logs kind of cap out, so logarithmic caps out as top, and then but exponential just keeps on going and going and going. Tola says, "It is a good day to die," much like old Michael Dawn. Though they still do go to infinity. Oh. They cap out at infinity? No, I don't know. Cranium Brood says, "Well, the spikes will work on full plate if there is dwarf corpses all over them rotting, so you are covered." Ah, okay. Let me just check upstairs. I've got this paused, haven't I? What a dingus. What a dilly dangus. There we go, to the surface. I mean, I don't think any of the guys here were wearing full plate, were they? I think if at best they were wearing a steel helm and that was it. So, Scubs, how do I stop dwarves from consuming plump helmet seeds? That I can answer. Right, so Z to get to your stock screen. Go to the kitchen with the right arrow key. Press enter. Go over to seeds. Go down to... No, actually, go back to vegetables and fruits. It's tabbed to cycle through these, by the way. You go down to plump helmets and you forbid them from cooking because brewing them doesn't destroy the seeds, but cooking does. And then you go over to seeds. Oh, you do that by highlighting them with the arrow key up, down, and pressing C to toggle cooking on and off. And then you can go over to seeds here, find your plump helmet spawn, and then C again will turn cooking on and off. There you go. I did it. I taught somebody something. I am amazing! Yay! That is a large graveyard, Bowen Blutt. You are entirely correct. It is, and it needs to be, frankly, because if you look at here, all the vertically aligned ones here, this room here, full. Every coffin is full. This is the new expansion. We just need more graves to go in so we can actually bury some boys and girls. Right, so let's use for burial. I was going to leave it, but I'm afraid 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, so it's 13. The 14th coffin has not yet been assigned in these 2 rows. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. What? 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, the 14th, 15th, somewhere around there. Whatever. It's all good. It's all good. We have just activated 30 coffins for burial, which is definitely not enough to deal with all the corpses we have, which is a shame. A tragic, crying shame. Ah, well, never mind. What's the stockpile looking like for mechanisms? suboptimal, to say the least. Let's go and have a look over here. Is there a stockpile next to the workshop? Of course not. Of course not. Let's make a furniture stockpile. That's food. U for furniture. Oh, I love this track. I know everybody who watches with any kind of regularity knows that because I say it like at least 75% of the time it plays. But hey, it's worth saying again. If you love something, tell everybody again and again, and eventually they'll get very sick of you. Right, so we forbid that, and then we allow mechanisms. Mechanisms? I've missed them. There we go. Mechanisms. Bosh. Lovely. Lovely. Ah! Now, thinking on it, I asked for copper mechanisms, didn't I? Can they even make copper mechanisms? That's the thing. Let's check our stocks for bars. I'm sure we've got copper. Someone did earlier say we'd run out of copper, but that seems ludicrous. Yeah, no, we've got 698 copper bars. We're not going to run out of copper anytime soon. Steel, however, ooh, yikes. We're down to 4. That's not what you would call optimal production levels. But we should be okay. We should be okay. Let's take a little look in here. Pear wood bin, nothing. Okay, not ideal. Nothing. Oh dear. We should have some spikes left. Z, stocks, trap components, copper balls, apricot wood balls. We need to sell these wooden balls. They are just clogging up the inventory. We don't need them anymore. It's not like we haven't got enough brass balls. Large serrated green glass discs. Don't forbid those. Oh, I'm not seeing any steel spikes. What happened there then? Huh. Okay. Suspended pourquoi? Don't tell me we haven't got enough steel to make steel spikes. Cancel stud with copper. Need copper bars. Fuck off. What are you talking about? Oh, are they linked to a particular... Okay, I am going to remove both these workshops because I think what I've done is I've assigned them to take from a specific stockpile which no longer exists. We had the steel stockpile here for steel bars, and then this one was for all other bars and blocks, and it's probably... Oops, someone just slipped into depression. That's not ideal. Not ideal at all. I did do it. I did it, Pablo Rasta. I did it. Is that a Soviet mass grave? I like it. It's Soviet style. Not actual Soviet, but it's good. It's good. It's productive. It's got so many workers in it you wouldn't believe. I don't know why I'm looking at the copper bar stockpile. The grave's on a different floor, but yeah, it is. It is a mass grave. Counting is a strong suit for you, huh? No, and no, not when I'm not fully paying attention. See, the thing is, when I'm streaming, my brain is mainly in words mode, not numbers mode. And to be honest, I'm not what you would call careful when it comes to numbers. My big problem with maths has always been just rushing. To be honest, my son has the same issue. You know, you just go through the questions as quick as you can and get it out of the way, when in fact what you should be doing is just taking your time and doing it right first time. RFT, as they say in the construction industry. What the fuck is all this crap? Pecan wood barrel, iron anvil, iron floodgate. Why have we got iron floodgates? What point in time was I so gripped by madness that I decided that would be a fantastic idea? Daniel-san. I'll tell you what, let's just do a big old standard furniture stockpile for everything that's not got its own stockpiles. Yeah? Question mark? Will that work? That be a good idea? I don't know. PW. No, not P. What are you doing? BW. There we go. And we want Metalsmith's Forge, which is F. There we go. And we'll pop one there with an iron anvil in, made out of slate. Sure. Do another one there. Iron anvil. We are not making out of adamantine wafers. That seems highly wasteful. Put one there. Steel anvil. Whatever. Make it out of a green glass block. Sure. And then we go like that. Pop another one in there. Iron anvil. Yes. And out of a green glass block. Nice. Very nice. Just what we wanted. I forgot we were making green glass blocks. We'll be able to make some lovely green glass buildings, won't we? That'd be lovely. What are these? Adamantine amulet, large quartz pot, green glass bookcase. Adamantine amulet? Who, oh, it's an artifact. It's an artifact. Don't worry. Calm down, everybody. Calm down. Everything's fine. Everything is just fine. What's this bad boy doing here? Look at this mad lad. It's a statue. What have we got a statue in there for? Oh, Cranium Brood, what are you doing there? Oh, okay, you're sorting everything out. You're not the statue. For a second I thought somehow you'd been turned into stone, but turns out I'm just a bit strange like that. Start burning the non-dwarf bodies. You reckon? Could do. They're very useful for bones and such, though. That said, let's have a little look at the graveyard. Yeah, you could be right, actually. Got plenty of forgotten beasts and stuff. It's been a while since we had a weird creature turn up, isn't it? Oh god, I shouldn't have said that. Shouldn't have said that. Oh, resuming job, make gloves, steel. Okay. We'll dump some of these corpses into... What the hell? Why is there a dwarf mixed in with all the gobbos? Rimtar torch chaos says. Well, why is Rimtar in there? Why has he been... Oh, there's loads of dwarves. Okay, the delineation between goblin space and dwarf space is actually quite arbitrary. There was no real delineation. Fine. Whatever. Hello? There's somebody at the door? Or is that just the wind? It's just the wind. Don't worry. Everybody stop panicking. Okay, so where are we now? Let's look at the production lines and see how we're doing for steel stuff. Stocks. I'm going to go and just check steel in general quickly. Breastplates, greaves, helms, gauntlets, anvils. Breastplates, bucklers. That's getting melted. Whoa, hello. Shift M. Oh, come on. Oh, it's in someone's inventory already. Shit. Steel cap. Who the fuck made a steel cap? We're not using steel caps. Helms only, please. Helms only. Chain leggings. Steel crossbow. Definitely don't want that. Greaves. Helms. High boots. Gauntlets. Shirts. Shields. Warhammers. We don't need the shield, do we? It's not in anybody's inventory. We're having copper shields. Can't melt that bastard, though, for some reason. Because it's masterful. Ah, stick it up your bum, you bloody little prudes. High boots, gauntlets, that's it. So, realistically, most of our gear is currently all steel, and that is where most of our steel has been kept. Huh. What do we do? What do we do? I need to start duping more steel, but I don't want to start melting shit down people are already wearing. When you made the iron floodgate for the for the fighting pit. Okay, I get you. Oh wait, is the armourer dead? You could melt the tattered steel stuff. How do I tell what's tattered? What's tattered, precious? What's tattered? Let's go to E. Let's do L. And then how do we filter by quality? Here we go. Min quality. Oh, hang on. Minimum wear. Shift W. Huh? Won't melt anything. Oh, they will melt exceptional stuff, though. That's good. That's good. The steel right gauntlet. It's in someone's inventory. Also masterful. Very annoying. Very annoying indeed. How do you not know what the XX means? Never needed to know in the past. My fortress is very... The last 3 fortresses I've done have been by far and away the most successful fortresses I've ever made. Because I started listening to chat. So it's never even come up. It's never even come up whether stuff is tattered or not. It's just, you know, frame death has occurred much sooner. Anyway, where are we? I've got to check to see if we've still got actual steel makers and whatnot. Add... How do I stud stuff? I've forgotten. Other objects? Copper? Stud with copper, there we go, bosh. And then repeat. And then we've got another one of these built yet. Construction suspended. No, thank you, don't suspend. Oh! Oh, I see, the manager's putting stud with copper orders in. That's fine. That's fine. What else can we do with copper just to get it used up? Did any of those copper mechanisms get made? It really doesn't look like it, does it? Oh, hello. Maybe. Let's do a little search and see. Stocks. Mechanism? Obsidian mechanisms. What? How is that the only mechanism we have in the fortress? That's insane. Right, let's look at copper. Crossbows, flasks, helms, high boots, left gauntlets, low boots, maces. Oh, Jesus Christ. What am I doing? I'm pressing something and it's gone weird. Ah, maximum quality. Okay. There we go. Copper ballista arrows, bars, breastplates, buckets. Who's got a bloody breastplate in their inventory? Oh, they're caged. Ah, I see. I see. It's one of the old gobbos. Fair enough, fair enough. Am I seeing anything interesting here? Not really. I'm definitely not seeing any mechanisms. Okay, we need rock mechanisms, and I need to stop fannying around trying to use copper in interesting ways. So, JM, copper mechanisms, remove, absolutely fucking useless. Q, MECH, and then we need to go to rock mechanisms, and frankly, 50 may not be enough. But at least it's on the cards, and T for top quality, or T for top priority rather, not quality. Okay, so, where are we now? Oh, a siege engineer's throwing a tantrum. Oh, wonderful. As long as it's not Fuzzy. If Fuzzy throws a tantrum, then the entire fortress is doomed. Mind you, he may just for some reason drop his weapon. You never know. You never know. He could possibly just drop his adamantine axe and just run around gently tapping people on the shoulder. Fingers crossed. That would be ideal. Right, how's the fight pit going along? Obviously we don't have enough mechanisms yet, but some of the jobs have been done, which is nice. Very nice indeed. We won't send Cranium down just yet, because he'll be waiting a while before it actually gets set up. Then again, did this one get... This one got levered, didn't it? This one got levered. So, let's just check to see if Cranium is in a squad. If he's already in a squad, it's small potatoes to send him down for a fight. Cranium. No, he's not in a squad. However, we could make him a squad, right? Could make him a squad. How do I strip a dwarf? Strip a goblin, sorry. Because I'm going to make it an unarmed fight, I think. That makes sense. It's D... no. Yeah, D, B, D. Dump items, right? Bosh. So we dump all of his shit. Yeah? Is that how it works? Hello, Trevlian Hart. Trevlian Hart. So, new player to Dwarf Fortress. Welcome back, by the way. Fairly new. Been at it for 5 days now. Recently figured out how to view my neighbours and have found werewolves popping up a lot. How bad is that? Depends how prepared you are. If you're prepared to slam the gate shut at a moment's notice when they arrive, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. Or say if you've got very well-armoured dwarves who are going to be difficult to bite in your military, that's not too bad. If you don't have any of that shit set up and one of them gets in and bites somebody, you're going to have a rough time. You're going to have a rough time. You can, as a noob, easily go into Dwarf Therapist and change the settings so that it will highlight anybody who has been infected with lycanthropy. However, even that may not be enough to save you. It may not. Oh, thank you very much for the follow. Jawad4. Much appreciated. I should also mention the fact that... who was it followed when I was offline? PT Grant Esquire followed while I was offline. Thank you very much also, if you're here. Much appreciated for the follow. Presumably you were watching a VOD. I couldn't guarantee it though. Maybe you just accidentally stumbled into my stream and clicked the follow button. That is just as plausible. Just as plausible. You can put chained animals outside the perimeter of your doorway to get an early warning too. Yes, that is also an option. That is also an option. In fact, if you really want to go to town, you could put chained animals outside all over the place, and you know, no matter where the weird creature turns up on your map, you'll get a little nice warning. Warning, you're without warning. Yeah. Well, when were we talking about Operation Ivy? Recently, weren't we? Was it in Discord or was it on chat? I forget. Right, let's stop staring at this Fight Club area where nothing's happening. Actually, we may already have a mechanism because it's been paused for a while. Oh, somebody's playing Rust. Yeehaw on Steam is playing Rust. Right, let's add J Goblin Cage. Oh, Christ, get me some fucking mechanisms and fast. Let's watch the mechanism workshop, see if it's actually getting done. The orders don't seem to have gone in. Have we even got a manager? Has our manager lost their marbles? The dungeon master appears to have requirements. What? Needs an office? And an armor rack and a weapon stand? Question mark. Should have an office. There should be one assigned. Let's have a look. What do we got here? There we go. Current owner, nobody. Oh, for Christ's sake. Right, manager. Auto-allocated to the manager. Nobody owns this one. What about this one? Auto-allocated to the mayor. Good. Auto-allocated to nobody. Oh, Jesus Christ. Captain of the guard. Militia commander. Nobody. Okay. Fine. You can have your dungeon master thing. Assigned chair. Dungeon master. Bang. There you go. How'd you like that? Is that going to sort all of your dungeon mastering needs? You bald red robed little bastard. You little Yoda rip-off. You little pink Yoda rip-off with little ears. You know who you are. They all know who I'm talking about. Are there nobody because those dwarves were killed? Well, the thing is, when I set the offices up, I set them to auto-allocate to the new person. So theoretically, they should just go... No broker and no bookkeeper? For fuck's sake. Chief Medical Dwarf. Here we go. Chief Medical Dwarf. High Master Diagnostician. That makes sense. You're going in. Broker. Okay, who do we need as a broker? Not having the mayor. This guy is fairly skilled. He's an armourer. He can go in. Bookkeeper. Who do we want as a bookkeeper? Ariane is a novice record keeper, but also in the military, I believe, which makes it difficult. Didn't we just make Rimtar some other job? Hello.
Yeah, I can do a salad in a minute if you want to do enchiladas.
I will. Bear with me. What time is it? 4:30. Okay, I'm just going to wind this up, guys, because I'm going to be going to make enchiladas for dinner, and frankly, I'm hungry, so it makes sense. Let me just check a new bookkeeper out. The only person who's actually got any skill is Ariane, but to be honest, I know they're in the military, so let's just put Kumil the planter in. There we go. Bang. Bookkeeper, dungeon master, bish bash bosh. so is that everything sorted in the fortress? No, obviously not. We still have all the corpsey stuff laying there. Let's quickly reclaim that. DBC. All the shit that the dead bodies had on them can be reclaimed and taken back into ownership. Fingers crossed. Could be wrong. There we go. Good. Good. And then we'll just do a quick fly through, make sure everything's happening. There's nothing going on here. No. Nothing going on here. No, all fine. Nobody's working on the mechanisms. Mind you, that's because we didn't have the right people giving the orders by the look of things. So that's to be expected. The steel stockpiles aren't looking great, but they're going up. They're going up. That's what's important. And we do also appear to be making steel armour in the meantime. So fingers crossed not everything we're making is getting melted down, but enough of it is. Oh, look how much soap we've got. Oh my goodness. I've never had that much soap in my life. Amazing. Made out of turkey fat as well. It's good. It's low fat apparently. Okay, so I think the fortress is in a place where we can just let it run for now. Let's pause it. Do a quick save so nothing that I've done is lost. And then we'll have a quick look on the old phone to check to see if there's anybody we can raid playing Dwarf Fortress. Anyone got any recommendations? Anybody got any recommendations? R.I.P. Brave Boys of the Spike Trap Incident 515. Yeah, I don't know if they will rest in peace. They're probably going to be fairly salty about the whole thing. I know I would be. If they'd forgotten to turn off the defence mechanisms where I lived and I was spiked to death, I'd be furious. I'd be fucking angry with you, Kel. I'd be like, why have you installed these fucking spikes in the hallway? What's the point of this? There's nobody playing Dwarf Fortress at the moment, so is there anyone I'm following that we could raid? Let's have a look at my follows. Not really. Mech04 is currently playing Warhammer 2, Warhammer Total War 2, and we've raided them before. Do we want to go in there, or should we just call it for the day and you guys can find your own fun, right? Find your own fun? Rest in pieces. Yeah, that makes more sense. Mind you, how dismembery are spikes when it comes to it? I feel like you're gonna have to get some very specific shots to dismember someone with a glass spike, right? Maybe. Had to log out for a few. Did I miss the event of the century? You didn't know. You haven't done the fight yet. We haven't even got the mechanisms to link up the cage to release the goblin yet, so I wouldn't get too excited. Not yet.
You've got a goblin?
I've got loads of goblins in cages. Look, I've captured several. This is my fighting pit there, that big black hole. We go down. There we are. Look, tons of goblins in cages. And then we hook them up to levers here. We send the military units in here, and then we train them by pulling this lever. All these goblins get spilt forth and hacked to pieces, hopefully. Unfortunately, Curly Fries was a little bit optimistic about his combat prowess last time and said, I want to do a 5-on-1. Except he would have said it in an Australian accent. As such, he got brutally slaughtered, which was a shame. It was kind of... There was a guy in one of the cages who was just very hard, and we didn't know. He had a silver scourge as a weapon, which is kind of like I think it's a whip covered in hooks, and silver's a very powerful weapon. Trust you. Anywho, right, that's the game saved. Let's head over to the home screen and do the goodbyes, the au revoirs, the sayоnaras, the auf Wiedersehens and all that jazz. Adioses. Adioses? I'm not sure. You're more than welcome, Tidy. You're more than welcome. Oh, sorry to stretch in for a sec. There goes my spine. It's unlikely there'll be another stream today, but not impossible. Keep your eyes open. Depends what happens. If you see me in the Discord suddenly playing what's his name, Witcher 3, that's probably a bad sign for streams, but we'll see. If any of you want to join the Discord, I'll put the link in chat unless someone beats me to it. You may also want to check out my YouTube channel. There's the Discord. My YouTube channel has lots and lots of stuff, not just Dwarf Fortress, also my blind runs of the Dark Souls series, and I did a nightmare difficulty blind run of Alien Isolation, which is surprisingly short. I didn't think I'd even complete it, but I made my way through it. So that's good. Yeah, other than that, thank you very much for watching. It's been a genuine pleasure streaming for you, and hopefully you've enjoyed yourselves and you'll be back at some point. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Be lovely. Absolutely fantata. Oh, look at that. All going away. Toodle pip. See you later. Let me just do one more check to see if there's anyone to raid. We've probably jettisoned most of the viewers now. I'm not going to raid Ravs or Pedguin. You know what? If anyone's interested, we'll raid Mech04. Just because it'd be nice for him. Mech. Oh, raid Mech04. Don't feel like you have to go, because, you know, he's not playing Dwarf Fortress. He's playing Total War Warhammer 2. But, you know, it'd be nice for some of us to toddle over there and say hi. We've raided him before. At least he's a known quantity. That's the main thing. Oh, shit, everybody's keen. 13 viewers. 14. Oh, good. I was going to say it was a bit unlucky for 13, but there we go. 15. Looks like it's calmed down. Once again, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you later. I'll be in Mech's chat for a little bit, but don't expect me to be paying a huge amount of attention because I'm going to be making enchiladas. Oh, tasty, tasty. See you later. Bye.